Hey, what up, people? It's your boy, Micro Minds, man. Boy, you mind your systems and make your dream come true, you heard? Yeah, today we're going to be doing an Xbox 360 modification, and I'm going to be doing a modification on a Benq drive. I'm going to flash it, put LT Plus 3.0 in it. For all of those that knows about modification, knows what that is. Okay, first we're going to start off by showing you the tools that we're going to be using for this modification process. Today we're going to be using the X360, the USB X360, and the CK3i and the Probe 3. Okay. Well, the Probe 3 I'm not going to use on this drive because that's only for light on drives, but I'm going to show you it anyway for like later on when you want to, flash a light on drive. But I'm not going to get into flashing a light on drive today. I'm only going to be showing you that I'm going to be flashing a Benq drive today. First, before we do anything, I'm going to have to put the drive in mode B. I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. Okay, enough of the talking. Let's get down to business. All right. Right here we have a Benq drive. This is what a Benq drive looks like. A Benq drive, you can also tell a Benq drive by looking in the inside and seeing that it have wires in there. Well, right now you can't see the wires too well, but they're there. Benq drive have white wires inside this hole. If you see a piece of plastic covering this hole like this, that means that that's a Hitachi drive. And those Hitachi drives, yeah, you can look up, right, and you can see that it's wires there. You can't see it that well, but they there. But anyway, this is what a Benq drive look like. Actually, a light-on drive look the same. The only thing about a light-on drive, you just have to take it apart to flash it and use the Probe 3, which is this fella right here. And the USB. This is the Molex right here, the USB CK3i. This is what powers the drive and eject the door. That's what ejects the door. And before you do anything, you want to eject the door back in. Put your hand in it and stop it. Just to put it in mode B. And then you got to shut off the CK3i and turn it back on. Now you want to remove your hand from it. Now the drive is officially in mode B. So now you want to go over to the computer. You want to open up Jungle Flasher. But before you open up Jungle Flasher, if you're using a desktop computer, you must go inside the I/O port and check for your I/O port that your drive is in. But since I'm using the X360 Pro, I don't need to do that because it already finds the drive for me. And it checks it to let you know that it's on the USB. If you can see that. There you go. So all I go up here is I push this and it'll automatically detect my drive as being a Benq drive. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go to MKFlash32. Once you go to MKFlash32, you want to go to Benq Unlock. And then it's going to unlock the drive. Get it ready for to give you the key. Okay, now you're ready. You got one more step to get your key. So now you want to go to read the drive. And this is what gives you the key. Make sure you save this key on a folder on your desktop or anywhere in your computer and name it something that you remember. Because this is very important. If you lose this key and that drive break down on you, you're going to have a very heavy-ass Xbox that don't work. The only thing you're going to be able to do with it is playing online games, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that. Unless you got an HDMI version that you want to get it JTAG. That's the only way you're going to get the keys off the motherboard to replace the drive. But this is what you do here. You push read. It's going to read the drive. Right now it's reading the banks on the drive. This computer sucks, so it takes a little time. If it was my desktop computer, this would have went through like a breeze. But by it being a crappy old laptop, it takes time. Okay. Now it gives me the key. But since I have the key, well, I'm going to show you anyway. You want to save the key. So what you want to do is, well, I like to save it on the desktop. So I go right here. I create a folder on my desktop. You create a folder. I'm going to name it Benq. Benq. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, for the sneeze. Then once I name it Benq, I double click on it. I goes to save. I save the key. It's going to ask me, do I want to auto load the firmware? It says, do you wish to auto load the Benq LT Plus? You push yes. And it puts the 3.0 firmware in there. Now you're ready to go. It matches up the keys. Both keys got to match. The top key got to match the bottom key. And then from here, you want to go back to, you want to go to DVD. No, I'm sorry. You want to go back to MK Flash 32. And then you want to go to write the drive. You push write. Now it's writing the firmware to the drive. You see, the only thing I like about a Benq drive, you don't have to erase the drive like how you do a light on. Okay. When you see that says write verified, okay, that means that you did a good job. So this is the thing that people get messes up at during this process. Right here on the outro, you push outro ATA reset. This is the tricky part. You push that. Okay. Now your drive is officially modded. But if you don't do this what I'm about to tell you, you can semi-brick the drive. It's easy to get the drive out of brick mode if you know what you're doing. But remind you, the drive is still in mode B. To get it out of mode B, you must take the CK3i, reset the drive, power it off, power it back on, reject the door back in. Now you finish. Now your drive is ready to play backup games. So what you do is you unplug it and you put it in that Xbox. There you go. You got a modded Benq drive ready to go.